conference will now be recorded.
Okay, I'll start the Streets and Transportation Committee meeting on May 25th at 7:46 p.m. Present are committee members Glassburn, Kelly, Limpert, council members Jones, Williamson, Heeman. Is the law director still here? Law director, finance director, city engineer, and guests. On the agenda is Resolution 2021-38, which is a resolution authorizing the city engineer to advertise for bids for the award of a contract to provide construction services for the Elm Road Rehabilitation Project, as detailed in specifications on file in the Division of Engineering, and authorize the mayor, following approval by the Board of Control, to enter into a contract for the same with the lowest and best bidder. This is the next step from a grant we received to improve Elm Road following Resolution 2020-120, which was an application for an acceptance of a community development block grant for the fiscal year 2021 for Elm Road, and to execute a contract with Cuyahoga County. The administrator identified Elm Road for a project be funded. The maximum grant award was $150,000, and the estimated cost at that time was $300,000. Mr. DeFranco, do you want to kick us off about the scope of work related to this contract bid?
Sure, thank you, Mr. Chair. So we're planning to resurface Elm Road, which runs from Columbia to just past Brendan. It's approximately 3,800 feet or 7/10 of a mile. Our estimate is in round numbers about $300,000. And as you mentioned, we've received a grant from Cuyahoga County for $150,000. And our goal would be to complete this by the end of the year. Elm Road is one of our worst rated streets. It was a 5 out of 10, so it worked out nicely. And I'm open to questions.
Yeah, Mr. DeFranco, can you just clarify exactly what the scope of work is? You said it's just going to be resurfacing?
Yeah, resurfacing. So a 3-inch mill and fill will remove 3 inches of existing asphalt and replace it with 3 inches of asphalt, making any base repairs that are needed. And that's it.
Just any questions from committee? Mr. Glassburn.
Do we know the age of the pipes in the area of Elm Road?
Yes, we. I don't have it with me. I can get you that information.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, Mr. DeFranco, per Mr. Glassburn's question, I'd also just be interested in as far as pipe break work we've had to do related to that road, you know, to get an idea of that as we look at these and resurface. Fortunately, this is just a resurfacing and not a you know, any other rework, but that'd be interesting to just hear about. Thank you. Okay. Any other questions from committee? Ms. Heeman, did you raise your hand or did? Mr. Garreau, did you have a question?
I'm not on the committee, so I wasn't sure it was my turn.
Yeah, it was.
Mr. Chairman, I just wanted to, just as point of clarification, when there was a question about pipes, were we talking about water lines or were we talking about sewer lines, storm sewers? I don't know. I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page about what information was being requested so that information is delivered. Water line pipes or other pipes?
I was referring to water lines. Mr. Glassburn, which ones were you referring to?
Water lines.
There you go. All right. Thank you.
Ms. Heeman.
My question was, if I may, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Heeman.
Thank you. You know, Mr. Franco, I'd like an expansion on that request for water lines. I'd also like to know the history of any breaks or, you know, that sort of thing and repairs done. Maybe in the last, if you could give us 5 years or 10 years, I don't know, because it'll of course depend on I'll leave that up to you as to how far back to go based on the age that they are.
Yeah, Ms.
Okay.
Heeman, you're not allowed to ask that because I just did. No, I'm kidding. But thanks for clarifying the extra time period. Thank you. Say that in jest. Okay, any other questions from committee or council? Okay, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution 2020-120. Mr. DeFranco, I assume you're going to be able to get that to us relatively quickly?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe even tonight.
Great. Okay, so make a motion to approve resolution 2020-120 and ask for a second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Motion passes 3-0. At this time, I will conclude the Streets and Transportation Committee at 7:52. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. Oh, Ms. Williamson, did you have a question? Or were you saying bye? Okay. Thank you.